Welcome back to another week of Eye of the Storm, a Guelph Storm podcast with myself, Ryan Drury, the voice of your Guelph Storm on Rogers TV. Very pleased to be joined by a returning guest. We had him on in year one of the podcast, and we thought we'd bring him back. He's part of the newly announced leadership group in the Royal City for this season, and he's become a fan favorite, and for good reason. Ladies and gentlemen, the man we call Good Luck Chuck, Charlie Pacquette, is back. Charlie, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Well, like I said, it's been quite a journey for you in Guelph Storm colors. Your whole career's been here so far. And like I said, the fans have really grown attached to you. And like I said, for good reason, you keep scoring big goals. You're coming off your first career hat trick. You're on pace for a career season. You've already topped your career high in points. How have you been enjoying the season so far this year? I know there's been some ups and downs. It's an exciting young team. What's it been like from your perspective?
Yeah, I think you said it. Just saying, there's definitely been some ups and downs. It's fun when we're winning. We're just trying to get better every day so we can start winning some more hockey games and squeak in it or get into the playoffs here. So
You know, I feel like you and I are somewhat on equal footing, given that your rookie season was my rookie season on the broadcast crew. And I apologize for the 6 or 7 times that I called you Cedric Paquette in those early days.
yeah,
I lost that habit. But, you know, you've been here with the Storm for a number of years now. It's your fourth season. What have you enjoyed so far in your career, especially about being a member of the Guelph Storm? What's special about it, Charlie?
I think just kind of the people that I've been meeting. I've met some of my best friends that I keep in touch with every day still, and they're not on our team anymore. And I continue to make these awesome friends each and every year. So Um, I'd say that's probably my favorite part about this, just these lifelong relationships that I've got to make with these guys.
That's a good answer. And I think a lot of guys kind of attach themselves to that mantra as well throughout their career. And you've had some great teammates over the years and some great leaders too that you got to learn from. And now you're one of those leaders with an A stitched on your jersey. You and Jake Carabella are the assistant captains going forward, with Jet Luchenko wearing the C. For yourself, you know, being able to play with a lot of great leaders over your career through minor hockey all the way through your years here with the Storm. How important and special is it for you to be part of that great leadership core that's been a huge, huge part of the history of the Guelph Storm? You're part of that group now. What's it mean to you?
Yeah, it's obviously a huge honor. I'm very happy I got to have this opportunity and kind of follow in the footsteps of some guys I've played with and kind of show them the new guys the way, just like they show me. So it's a huge honor, and I'm very happy that I get this chance to wear a letter.
You know, I think it's an obvious answer for a lot of people. You know, like I said, I've been around you since your rookie year. I was around all those guys that were leaders when you first came in, and I'm sure it's probably, you know, fairly obvious to Storm fans. But I got to ask you, you know, when you reflect back, you see that A go on your sweater. Who are some guys along the way that had a big impact on you now that you're part of that leadership core? Who are some guys you remember as a young guy that showed you the way?
There's a bunch, pretty much every guy, but I know Braden Bowman, who was our captain last year. He picked me up on my first day in Guelph. He invited me out to dinner. He just kind of got me in the mix with all the boys, and that was really special. And he's a big reason I made a lot of friends, and I got close with everyone on the team. And then I remember Ben McFarland. He's my first roommate. Kind of just being able to pick their brain when you're a young guy, and then getting to share some experiences that they've already had is a huge part. So I just hope I can do the same thing for some younger guys coming in, and hopefully they say it about me in a couple of years.
Well, I certainly think they will. And I mean, the two guys you rattled off amongst a host of others are two good examples to follow, I think. And I think that it's no surprise that those two names spring to mind for you because you play a very similar type of game, especially when we think about a guy like Ben McFarland, and you've become a really important offensive piece in Guelph. I mean, you had a career year last year. You scored 21 goals. I think you're one of the most underrated players in the league. And you talk about those young guys looking up to you now. What's it been like for you being one of the elder statesmen on this exciting young core of players that looks to have a really bright future in Guelph?
Yeah, it's cool seeing younger guys, like even the guys second, third year that I was, I guess, older than, just having great years, and they're all really awesome players, and they're going to be a huge part of this team. And especially in the next coming years, they're going to be carrying the weight of the whole team. And yeah, it's pretty cool to be a part of. But yeah,
Like I said, when you first came in, I remember watching you as a rookie and in your sophomore season and thinking you're a really effective player out there in terms of being defensively responsible, always bringing physicality, good skater. And then last year, like I say, you pop off for 21 goals. You're going to eclipse that this year. You just scored your first career hat trick, like I said earlier. How have you kind of seen the evolution of your game develop over your years here? And I know that you've got to work with a lot of great coaches that have helped you along the way and teammates. How have you kind of enjoyed watching your own game progress? I'm sure it's been a lot of fun.
yeah, it's been really cool. I think the biggest part is just kind of sticking to the grind of it, and getting better throughout the summers, and being with the coaches, asking what I need to do better, and them helping me find my way. And I like that I've kind of progressed every year. That's something I'm pretty proud of, and it's I'm happy I'm not staying the same and didn't plateau at a certain point. That's for sure.
Yeah, you're definitely not doing that. As we record, you're a couple points shy of 100 career points, which you're going to sail past. You've already eclipsed, like I said, your career high in points with 35. You've got 39 as we sit here, and you've got 18 goals. You're on pace. You're going to sail past your career high in goals. You're on pace for 28 right now. I think it's safe to say you're not plateauing. And I mean, obviously, that's got to be a big thing for you in terms of showing other guys the way. They can look at your career and see how you've progressed, and you've done it the right way too, I would say. I mean, a lot of your offense comes in that dirty area 3 feet out from the net. Like, where does that mentality come from for you? Because we've enjoyed watching it over the years.
Yeah, I think with that part of it, it's more just my first year is having a tough time. Obviously, like most rookies do, they have a tough time finding the back of the net. It's a hard league to come into, and um, my second year, I scored a little more, but they were all, like you said, 3 feet outside the net. And once I kind of came to the realization that that's probably going to be my go-to, is just get to the net, hope it goes in. That's it's pretty easy to, I don't want to say change your game, but know what you have to do, and that's the only way it's going to go in. So, yeah.
Well, that's not totally true anymore because you're scoring in lots of different ways. You've scored some nice wristers from far off. You uncorked a pretty nasty one-timer in that Oshawa win that was part of the hat trick performance. Like, where has that come from? Because your shot, we've watched it really change. Like, obviously, you've gotten bigger and stronger. Sure, that works into it. But, like, how much work have you put into that release? Because it's really, really underrated.
Yeah. I think it's just stay in the summer is a lot of it, and being in the gym, and staying after practice, doing extra work, and just finding that spot. I don't know. It's just kind of came a lot of hard work. That's what I'll say.
You're not like denting your billets garage doors or anything. Those are safe.
No, no, I couldn't afford to repair it.
That's fair. Well, someday you might be able to because I think you're going to play pro hockey. I think there's no question about it. A lot of you guys on the team this year, I think, are going to carve out really great, impressive pro careers, just as you have in junior. One guy that's certainly going to do that is your captain and your line mate, Jet Luchenko. You, Luchenko, and Lev Katzen, who has just come in and taken the league by storm. I mean, what an impressive rookie debut he's had. You guys have formed of late one of the best lines in the OHL. Like you guys are scoring all the time, piling up points. What is it about playing with those two guys that works so well for you? And what about your line is so dangerous?
Yeah, I think just with me, it's I feel like I'm a type of player that can kind of play any role, and I think they're able to find me very well, and I'm able to just get in spots and find them the same way they find me, and that's it's definitely a privilege to play with them that I hope I can keep going. And just as a line, I don't know, I think we got a mix of pretty much everything. Jeter has the speed and everything else, and then. Lev, he's gritty, super skilled, super smart. He's fast as well, can shoot the puck. It's just two guys really easy to play with. And then just throw me in the mix there, and I'm doing all right, I guess. So
Yeah, I think you're doing pretty all right. I would say so. It's been a fun trio to watch. You know, you bring up Luchenko and how effective he is in just about every area. And then you look at your other leadership compatriot in Jake Carabella, who's a hometown kid. He's going to finish out his OHL career at home. Not a lot of guys get to do that. What's been so special about, the three of you guys really growing up together in this organization, and now the three of you are wearing the letters? That's got to be pretty cool.
yeah, it's really cool. I know Jake and I came in the league the same year. We're really close, and missing a few guys out of that first year group that we're all pretty tight with, but we still have each other, and we've always been there to talk to each other. And Jack came in and he jumped right in, mixes in with the group so well, and everyone kind of looks up to him. So I think the three of us get along. I think that just makes everything a little better. So
It certainly does. And again, it's great to see Jake back healthy. I mean, he's had an injury riddled season, which you never want to see for an overager. Great to have him back. And I think him, and Luch are going to be a great leadership core for this exciting young team. And part of that, obviously, is the fans. And no matter what, this fan base just continues to come out in droves to the Sleeman Center and support you guys through thick and thin. I know I've talked to you about it before. I've talked to all you guys about it. Playing in Guelph, man, it's real special, eh?
it's the best. I don't really think words can describe it without being able to feel the support that we get from the whole city. It feels like so playing in front of pretty much a sold out crowd every night. Like I know we had the third highest attendance for the past couple of years, and we have half the size of a building that some other teams have. Um, yeah, it's awesome. They support us during our wins, and they're kind of there for us when we lose. So no, I tell all my friends that play around in the OHL, I think Guelph's the best place to play. And I think kind of when everyone's here, nobody really wants to leave. And guys that come in from other teams, they say it's the best. So yeah, the fans are unbelievable.
They really are, and they continue to do a great job. It's a fun building to be in and call games. There's always a great atmosphere. For you guys as players, the atmosphere often kind of emanates from your coach. And Corey Stillman comes in this year, a guy with so much pro hockey experience. I mean, a two-time Stanley Cup winner. You could just stop right there. But I mean, extensive knowledge of the league, played in the league, was a star player in the league. What's it been like for you as a player to continue to evolve under a guy like that and his staff with Rob Davison and Scott Simmons? Working with them, what's it been like for you? Because there's a wealth of knowledge there for you guys to tap into.
Yeah, it's been awesome. They have so much advice for us and so many good things. We're obviously our team hasn't had the best year so far, but they're telling us they've all been through it, and um, just kind of everything you can pick their brain, and they're there to just like chat when we have nothing else to do at the rink. It's they're great people. They're awesome coaches, and I think they're just so well respected that we all want to do well for them too. So
Well, it certainly shows. And I know that you guys just remain, even through any of the ups and downs, like a really tight group, which is a lot of fun to see. I want to ask you a little bit about a guy that's returned to the team, obviously, with the OA situation being what it was. He left for a while. He's come back now. And I got to ask, has Ryan Maguire retaken the throne as the undisputed NHL champ among the group, or did he have to earn that back?
I don't know. It's been different this year. I guess
Okay.
we have Lev came in. He said he's never lost a game before. We had Justin Bott. No, he thinks he's the king. I don't know. It's all over the place right now. I think Miggsy definitely thinks he is. That's for sure. But I'm not going to give him any credit this time.
Okay, cool. Because I've heard from a couple guys that there is a story developing where he might not be as good as he thinks he is. And I'm going to have him on the show again to dig
I don't
into
know.
this a little bit.
I just
Do you think that you have a legitimate shot at the crown? Like, would you say that maybe it's actually you?
uh I would say maybe not. Definitely not the best, but I give anyone a run for their money. I play a gritty game. That's for sure. Last year, I think I would have had a better chance, but I haven't played nearly as much. So
No, well, that's good. You've been focusing on doing it in real life, so that's what we really
yeah,
care
yeah.
about here. Yeah, I genuinely would love to have a day where we could all sit down, and I would really love. I personally would love to play Miggsy because I think I could put him in his place. I don't know. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we're gonna have to have a little chow tournament going around, play on the jumbotron or something. Be a good time.
I think so. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get the powers that be together, and we'll figure something out. I gotta ask you too. I've heard from guys on the show this year about this euchre league on the bus. Are you involved? Are you any good?
I was one of the founding fathers on our team of bringing euchre in.
Okay.
Um, I was Ben McFarland's partner when he first came or when we first started playing, and we never lost one single game. And then last year we started playing more, and then Bonesy learned how, and Bonesy and Miggsy came together, and they ran the table last year. And my partner got hurt. Well, originally I was with Cam, and then Cam's shoulder, and then I was like, "Okay, I'll be with Hissy," and then Hissy was my partner. His back, he hurt his back, and then so I was like kind of stuck without a partner. And then this year I was with Cam. He left me and he went with Miggsy. Then Cam got traded, and now I'm back with or Miggsy left. It was fully me and Cam, and then Miggsy came back. It's a whole thing. But no, now it's me and Miggsy, and we run the table. I don't know if we've lost yet. I don't know if we've lost yet.
I love this. This is great. This is like behind the scenes drama that we're all after here. This is good because, yeah, I've heard from a few guys. You'll be happy to hear that pretty much everybody I've talked to has said that you're really good and that you guys don't really lose much. No one said that you hadn't lost a game, but they said they don't lose much, is what was told to me.
I'm saying I've never lost a game with Benny. I've never
Okay.
lost a game when I was with Benny. I've definitely lost a few games this year, but not I would agree, not much.
There you go. Okay. Well, we've got that straightened out at least. I love it. Well, Charlie, it's been great to catch up with you, man. Congrats on getting the letter sewn on. It's very, very well deserved. I know everybody was excited when they heard about it, and no one was shocked at all. Continued success to you. I can't wait to see you break more career highs and crest 100 career points. You've played so many games in a row. You're going to break that franchise mark too in terms of consecutive games. You're a warrior out there, and everybody appreciates it, buddy. Thanks so much for doing this again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, everybody, remember you can find the show on the Guelph Storm website, YouTube, all your favorite podcast apps. And if you want to come down and watch Charlie Pacquette and his Guelph Storm teammates this year, which you should, visit the Guelph Storm website or the box office at the Sleeman Center. We'll be back next week with more Eye of the Storm.